Guess who's back? Solo adventure number 8, the Halloween special. Roar! So yeah, happy Halloween to everyone. Happy Halloween to my little boy Levi. Mwah! Hope you're going to have a wonderful night, and I hope your mum takes you out trick or treating. I'd love to be able to do it like we did the first time. I'll put a picture up actually of me and Levi on our first Halloween together, so I'll splice that in somewhere so you can kind of see it. But yeah, so I'm at my location, well sort of at the location. I need to get my gear out, I need to get my kayak out, because we have to sail to the other side of this loch that I'm at. So we're currently in Scotland right now. Obviously I'm not going to give you the location away, but it should be a good one. But let me get my gear out the car and get unpacked and everything, and I'll bring you along on the journey. There we are, people. Time to get some of this gear out. As you can see, it's probably, well, as you can probably see, it's raining. Good old life jacket. Can't sail without this. Mr. Can't swim over here. Finally get to use these blimmin' paddles that I bought. Money not wasted. About to get cold, wet feet though. Let's just hope everything I need is in this bag, because if it's not, I guess we're swimming over to this, or the other side of this loch. Hey, I found my umbrella. That's good. At least the phone's not going to get wet this time. Let's go get this boat blown up, shall we? This is where we're going. We're just heading out on the other side of this little island. Nice spooky setting for Halloween. Okay, so a little bit of bad news here. Between getting out the car and getting to the water's edge, I've torn a muscle in my calf. I literally cannot walk on it. I can't put my foot flat. I can only walk on my tiptoe. Oh, this wasn't part of the plan. Oh, jeez. I've literally not even got the boat set up yet or anything. But let me go get this equipment and we'll get set up. I'm not giving up. We're doing this. There's no quitting in my game. No quitting. Let's go. I've no idea what I'm doing here, just like last time. You know how we do it on these solo adventures, we just wing it and figure it out. How hard can it be? Let's follow the instructions this time, shall we? Number 1. Let's start with number 1. Remember last time we did this? It took ages. So it took like 45 minutes. We're not making that mistake this time. And we are done. Definitely didn't take 10 minutes. Probably took about 30 minutes. But it's up. Hopefully it keeps me floating. Let's see if we can get all the gear in here now though. We've got a lot of equipment. Not sure if it's all going to fit in here, but we'll make it work. Okay. Get me fancy paddles out. They better not let me down now. Go. Carbon fibre poles. Hopefully I shouldn't have any troubles like we had last time. Fingers crossed anyway. Oh, this water's going to be freezing. Where can we clip this to? This boat doesn't seem to have the same little attachment point that the other one did. We'll figure it out. Need to get me rain pants and rain jacket on. Fit check. Not looking too bad. For a camping trip. Hashtag all my Rabless Ramblers out there. Tammy, Andreen, Sophie, Chili. I hope you're all doing good. Minnie as well, if you catch this one. All your new subscribers out there listening, watching. There we go. Let me get this life jacket on and then we'll get in the water. This is not so easy. You fucked up your legs. Smart ass here. Loaded up the boat with all my gear. I didn't even get the boat down to the beach. Here we go, people. Let's do this. See you later. So yeah, happy Halloween everybody. We're out on the lake. It's a lovely calm day today. You actually get to see where I'm going this time. Here we go. Look at the view behind me. Look at that. How good's that? Adjust my hat. That's better. Such a nice day. I'm so glad I come out for this trip. What we are doing for Halloween, we are dressing up. I've dressed up as a kayaker. Oh, somebody's fishing over there. I didn't bring my fishing equipment with me this time because I've still got saltwater sea fishing equipment. I don't have anything for freshwater. It's something I do need to invest in though, to be honest. One thing I can say for 100,000,000% is this paddle is so much better than the last one. It's lighter for one. And it's not falling apart. As you can see, I've got no gloves on. I have to keep readjusting it. There's a little island in front of me. Curious to know what's on there. Can't believe I sprained my ankle. Honest to God. My ankle. Probably my car. It hurts so much. Like I can tiptoe walk on it, but as soon as I try and put my foot down flat, that's it. It's like excruciating pain. Like I almost fell over before. Embarrassing. See if I can spin the boat round and give you like a full view. Gorgeous. It's a brand new location. Never been here before. It wasn't too far out of the way compared to my last trip that I came on. Although trying to find a place to leave the car close enough to the water was difficult. But I found it in the end. So we're here. Absolutely loving it. still getting pulled a little bit by the wind, but nothing crazy. So again, I've got all the my gear in the back of the boat. Don't ask me how I managed to get it in there. It's in there. It's so nice knowing that the water's calm compared to my very first kayaking trip, or the last kayaking trip. The water was so rough and choppy. I did not have a clue what I was doing. It was so scary. Whereas this one feels a lot more relaxed. Although I think I'm going into the wind, which is still affecting me, but not too much. I know everyone's going to be saying, oh, you're paddling wrong, you're not doing it right. But I'm just fighting against the back of the boat turning. I guess because I've got all my gear in the back, it just messes up like the balance of the boat. You think I was trying to give you all these views behind me? I'm not. There's a lot of zigzagging left to right at the minute. What's hard is to lean back. I keep forgetting to lean back. I'm leaning forward. It makes paddling so much more difficult, but it's more comfortable. It's weird. I feel like I've got more control when I'm leaning forward. We are getting somewhere. Might not be as fast as I would like, but it's early, there's no rush. Still got to find a campsite. This island does look quite cool in front of me. What I'll do is I'll sail around it. Hear the bagpipes? Can't deny that I'm in Scotland. Ooh, the sun's right in my face. It's really nice. It looks so nice on the water because it's so calm. If anyone wants to give me some advice on paddling, why the hell this boat just keeps turning one way or the next? This won't track straight. I don't understand. Oh, it's not that big a deal, you know. It'd just be nice to know how to do it properly. Like, you know, so I'm not wasting energy. Not even that it's that hard, to be fair, because the water's so calm. am definitely fighting against the wind, or maybe it's the current that I'm fighting against. Well, you wouldn't think it'd be that bad close to this island. You'd think the current would ease off a bit, but yes, because the island's in the middle and the water's flowing around it, it's going to be like a weird current going around the centre of the island. Oh well. Once we get closer to the island, it'll be shallow water and it's be easier to paddle. I'll turn the camera around anyway because I've been talking for 10 minutes. Show you a bit of the... So the currents are less like strong. But I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up. I'm not a kayaker. I'm trying to be though. I need to get this practice in. If I'm going to be doing this crazy trip next year, or 2 trips next year, Faroe Islands and Sweden to Norway, there's no way I'm doing it with these paddling skills, that's for sure. Oh, really close to the island though. Sorry for the wonky video, everyone. But doing my best. We are on the water after all. Oh, I just realised I should have put image stabilisation on. And turn the camera off and try it again with that. And we're back. Bit of image stabilisation. I don't know if it's made any difference. Oh, there's a big rock there. Don't want to be going into that. Oh, it's really shallow water here. You can actually see the bottom. That's not too bad then. Nice little paddle around the side of this lake, island. Someone's having a little fire over there in the woods. I can just relax now. Nice shallow water. There's quite a few places to explore here, really. So I face this way, like right over directly in front of me there. I know this loch goes like around the corner, but then it goes to a dead end. Give you a little view. Oh, this water's so nice. Yeah, so my plan was to try and get 10 trips in before Christmas, but it's not looking like it's going to be possible. Obviously this is number 8. Number 9 we're definitely going to do. This island looks really interesting for camping on here. just sailing around the middle of this island. I'm just curious. Hey, look. There's a little house there. Get a bit closer, see if you can see it. It's like right in the middle of this island. Oh, maybe it's a bothy. Bothy? Bothy. Not sure how you say that word. Bothy. If you know what a bothy is. You see it? You see the chimney? How cool is that? Let's get our asses together. Before I stop and have a look at anything, I want to get all the way around, so I've got an idea of the lay of the land. If that's a little bothy though, I think we might have to camp in there for the night. That'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Something different for the video. Ahoy there, my hearties! Ahoy there! Imagine seeing you guys here like this. What's the chances? I think we've hit ground. Try and get out of this so elegantly. Oh, that feels nice on my calf, I tell you. There we go. Whew. Like my granddad pants. There we go. Look at that. Get off a kayak and still looking stylish. Right. Let me unload this boat, get my tent set up and stuff. You've seen me set up the tent 1,000 times. You don't need to see me do it again. And then we'll go for a little walk, I guess. I'll see you soon. Well, that's the tent set up. Still got other gear to set up. I need to put my table up, sort out my stove and stuff like that, but it keeps drizzling a little bit, like, so yeah, I'm just stopping for a minute. I've got most of my stuff out, like I say. What I do need to do is dry my feet and get my shoes and socks on. Don't worry, I don't have ugly feet. Oh. Do you know when everything's just dead sticky? Oh, it's horrible. Cannot lose this car key. And Chili, I know you're out there probably watching. I will answer your questions that you sent me on your last video. Just let me get myself organised and then we'll get to that. Remembered my cup. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. My towel. You're probably thinking, what? That's not a towel, Charlie. You crazy? Oh, it's a towel, alright. Only thing when you're wet, leaves and bits of the woodland just stick to you. Ooh. If you know me, it's weird because I love camping and the outdoors and stuff, but one thing I hate is like dirty hands. It's like, ooh, can't stand dirty hands, man. I told you it was a towel in there. You didn't believe me, did you? Look at that. More than enough towelage. Oh, it smells good as well. It smells like my washing machine. One thing you definitely need to do when you're out camping, kayaking, whatever, is make sure you dry your feet properly. You don't want wet, soggy feet, man. That's the worst thing to have. End up with like athlete's foot and all sorts. In the perfect world, I'd have some talcum powder right now. It's just more stuff to carry, isn't it? I mean, this trip, to be honest, has already not gone quite to plan. So the original place, well, this is the original place I wanted to go. But the route that I had planned out, so Google Maps, it's Google Maps' fault really. It's partly my own fault, partly Google Maps. So I set my sat nav, it told me where to go, fine, get to the location. There's a big gate in the way. I'm like, what? What's this gate doing here? How am I supposed to get to where I'm going? Still 3 miles away from the spot. And then some woman came out of her house. To be honest, she was a bit of an arsehole. I know I shouldn't be swearing, but she was being a bit smarmy for no reason when all I was doing was just asking for help. She's like, oh, this is private land, you can't be on here, da 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 da. I was like, well, I'm not trying to be on here on purpose. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going, and this is where Google Maps told me to go. And she says, oh, no. This is a public footpath. You have to walk. You can't drive your car. So it's like, so it's not private land then. Okay. And then she's like, oh, yeah, it's a 20-minute walk. So I had a little measure on Google Maps to see how far away it was. 3 miles. It's not a 20-minute walk when you're carrying, oh, I don't know, 40 pounds worth of camping equipment, camera equipment and stuff. So I drove to where you see me start the video, which is like way around the other side. And to be honest, it was just easier to kayak over here than it would have been to walk the 3 miles with all the equipment. And look, I'm here. Camera equipment's here, tent's up, all my gear's here. And it was such a nice paddle. I really want to see that bothy or bothy. I'm not sure on the right word to use, but I heard some voices over there. That's why I didn't want to go and investigate. But it's still early, so give it a couple of hours. I'll keep an eye out because I can see the island like it's clear as day. So if anyone leaves or comes on there or anything, I'll be able to see. But we'll go back over in a little while. I'm not bringing that kayak out just for nothing. I want to go around to the other side of the loch as well, where it goes like to a little cove around the other side, or peninsula, I guess. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you all where I am. If anyone's clued up and been here before and recognises the location, fair play. But otherwise, this is another one of those mysterious places for my solo adventures. How you doing today, Levi, my little man? Mwah! Love you, thinking about you. Hope you're excited and getting all dressed up for tonight. God, I'd love to be doing Halloween trick-or-treating with you. You won't remember, but we dressed you up as a pumpkin for your first Halloween. I dressed up as a ghost. Like I say, I'll slip the picture in at some point of me and my little boy. And I actually got a new necklace as well. I don't know if anyone's spotted it, but that is actually my little boy on the necklace. So that's you, Levi. Well, that's the last time I've seen you. God, I can just imagine that you're so big now. Oh, my feet are dry. Oh, my feet are dry, but my hair needs cutting. If your hair's anything like mine, Levi, geez Louise, like once a week. Minimum, my hair's so thick. Daddy's still got the good hairline though. Don't be hating. Alright, I feel like my feet are dry. But they feel cold. That's why it's hard to tell whether they're dry or not. I think it's just coldness, to be honest. I don't think they're wet. Hey ladies out there, Charlie's about to strip off after he fixes his chair. Ah, sorry. Just another pair of pants underneath. Oh, I can't step on this leg. How am I supposed to take my pants off? I'm invalidated. Oh man, that ankle's bad. And there we go, look at that. Regular clothes underneath. No fancy camping equipment, kayaking equipment. Hashtag the Rabless Ramblers. Oh, I need to stand back up again. Oh, my chair broke again. No. Need to fix it. Might need to get my socks and shoes on first. Everyone's going to be saying, what? Charlie's wearing black socks? I know. I just thought I'd go matching on this camping trip. Got black jacket on, oh sorry, black hoodie on. Black pants on, black hat on. Black boots on. Figured, we'll wear the black socks. Don't get used to it though. Got all my white ones ready for when I get off this trip and go back home. Yeah, I don't think my foot's fully dry. Drier than it was though. Oh, it'll soon dry off. These boots. Oh, that's nice. What's going on with this chair? I think it might be time to pull out the spare. This is done well though, considering. Ah, it still works. See, why throw something away that works perfectly fine? Well, my feet were definitely a bit wet. Just need to hang this up to dry, really. There we go. Waterproof pants. They'll dry in no time. Hang these up as well. Oh, nobody can call me a quitter. Oh, my calf is absolutely killing. So what's happened is, right, I've been doing these bent over rows, you know, with the barbell, with the weights. But as you obviously you bend over, you put tension on the back of your calf and your hamstrings. But I think I've been doing it with slightly off posture or something, because I put so much strain down my right calf. It was really tight before I came away. But I thought, no, it'll be fine. And obviously whatever I did before, I have no idea, just took one wrong step, that's it. I felt it pop. It was like a bubble popped inside my calf. Oh, not very nice. But at that point, I could have said, oh, to hell with this, I'm going home. But nope, they didn't travel all this way for nothing. It's like 300 miles of driving. That's the thing as well with these trips. I'd love to be doing these trips like once a week. You know, every week get out, show you like a new location and stuff. But it's so expensive for me. I mean, it's the fuel. The fuel, like every time I do one of these trips alone, is £150 minimum to get at least this far north. So it's like, obviously I can't do that every week, because that's just like a crazy amount of money. Oh, it's so nice to just be settled though. All my gears, oh, it's almost done. That's the only thing that won't dry out very quite quick, is these shoes. But it doesn't really matter. They're gonna go straight back in the water anyway. Alright, what else have we got in here? A jacket. Get this out. Look at that. Even got matching laces to the jacket. Who does camping more stylishly than me? Whew. Alright. What else do we need to set up? What's left? In fact, I need to answer your question, don't I, Chili? Where's my other phone? I'll see if I can get your question up. Bit difficult though, because the Wi-Fi signal here is awful. Don't think it's going to work. I was just thinking to myself, where's my other phone? Where's my proper phone? It's the bloody camera. I was about to panic then. I thought I'd like left it on the other side of the loch or something. What was I looking for? Yeah, Chili. Right, where were you at, Chili? Oh God. All the notifications coming up on this phone now because it's connected to Wi-Fi. It's annoying though, because it's the same notifications I get on this phone, so they come through twice. Like all these news reports and stuff, it's like I don't need to see them twice. Right, where's my YouTube thing? while I'm waiting for this to load, because it might take a little minute because the signal is awful here. When I say awful, I mean like there's no guarantee it'll stay on. It might just cut off completely. Ooh, it got a little bit wet in that bag. Didn't expect to be kayaking to the spot. I thought I was going to be walking to the spot and then just bringing my kayak out for a little paddle. So I didn't bring my dry bags and stuff, which was a bit silly really, because as you can see, it's a bit wet. Luckily my sleeping bag and everything was dry, but could have been worse, could have been a lot worse. My phone's still buzzing over there. No wonder the Wi-Fi was bloody not working. I can hear voices. I can't see a boat, so I'm guessing those voices are coming from the island where those people are staying. That's why I said I need to keep an eye out, keep a listen, because then we can go and investigate, because I'd love to stay in one of them for the night. I've never been to one before. Oh, okay, I think the voice is actually coming from over this side, not the island side. Oh, that'll do. Get me cup on there. Phone, here we go, chilly. Right, let's get to your message, shall we? Seeing as you sent me a big long one. I promise you I'd reply. So the first thing you said in your question was, maybe I should get some tongs to flip my sausages. Well, Mr. Cheeky, what I did is I went out and I purchased myself, well, I got a new spoon, the long spoons, or sporks. And then just for you, Chili, I got myself some titanium tongs to flip those sausages and burgers. Hope you're happy. And of course, Chili, we brought the regular knife and fork set, so thank you again for that. Alright, what else did you ask me on this message? The hot chocolate fire was epic. Well, we'll be having a hot chocolate tonight, Chili, so don't worry. My outfit was cute, you said. Hope you like this one. What time did I arrive at Ben Nevis, you asked me as well, on the last trip. I got there mega early. I mean, I don't even know what time it was, to be honest with you. Maybe 7 in the morning or something like that. It was early though. That's why I was able to do the whole climb, because I planned to get there early. The climb wasn't meant to take me as long as I thought though. I thought it was going to be a couple of hours less. But luckily I still made it back down for daylight to get to the next camp. And yeah, chin wagon waffling, same thing, you know me. It was a pretty hard climb as well, I'll be honest, on that last one. I mean, I've had this ankle problem, sorry, calf problem. I keep saying ankle, I've had this calf problem now, I definitely couldn't do Ben Nevis. But if I was going to recommend anyone to do Ben Nevis, I'd say take the CMD route. Because obviously I took the zigzag path on the way home, because I was so tired. And it was just boring, like, as far as views go and just what's around you, it's not as good as the CMD route. It was scary, it was hard work. I mean, at some points I felt like my legs had just completely given up. I couldn't go anymore, I couldn't take another step, but you just keep pushing, don't you? It's a bit like today, you just keep pushing. But yeah, it was a scary climb, but absolutely worth it. And yeah, the water that you've seen on that stream from the Ben Nevis trip as well, Chile, that's all freshwater stream coming down. I actually filled up my bottle there a couple of times. Midges, Scottish midges are the worst midges, Chile. Luckily this time of year though, it's kind of too cold. Nothing to really worry about. The main thing is ticks. But as we learned from the last kayaking trip, I'm protected from ticks this time. Everything's been sprayed down and chemicalized, and should be no issues this time. And yeah, saw and an axe in my backpack. I didn't bring the axe this time though, Chile. Because I didn't really know the location that I was coming to. It's like there's no point bringing the axe just in case I don't need it, because it's extra weight, especially on the boat and the backpack and stuff. So I didn't bring it this time. I actually brought a new saw that I bought. So I bought a new mini saw. It seems to be alright so far, but I mean, compared to the other big one. But I've not had the chance to chop any big logs with it yet. But I mean, it's alright for now. It's more packable than the other one. But we'll give it a proper try later, and if it doesn't perform... Oh, my leg. If it doesn't perform well, we'll just bring the old one back out. But yeah, no axe this time anyway. I mean, it's definitely laborious. Laborious? What's that word? Laborious. Cutting the wood, chopping the wood, takes out. It's going to be hard today when I go searching for wood later with this leg. I'm limited to what I can do. I don't know if you can hear that. The bagpipes are going again. I think someone was getting married on the other side of the loch where we left. Oh, how did I keep my milk and my chicken cold? Well, what I actually did, Chile, was I picked up that chicken on the way back from Ben Nevis to the next campsite. So I didn't need to keep it cold, it was already cold. It's basically just fresh, and I just cooked it that night. And tonight, I've got a few different meals, but I'll show you them later. Oh, and your last question was those mini milks? Are they non-dairy creamer? I think they're just UHT milk, ultra heat treated milk. So it's like, it lasts forever on the shelf basically, you don't need to keep it cold. But it adds creaminess to your drink, so yeah, probably is the same thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a bit of rain either, Chile, on a camping trip. It's nice. And the reason why I wanted rain is because every time I've come out for a rainy camping trip, we never get one. And it's just like, oh. And then the one time that I probably don't plan for a rainy camping trip, we're going to get rain and I won't be able to film it. But I've got my little umbrella as well this time, so I can put it above the camera, just in case it does rain. Because, I mean, if the clouds are like thick, low, and there's just like you can hear like the trickle of rain coming down through the trees. So I don't know if it's just from the actual treetops of the leaves, or there is just a light shower and really fine mist. Either way, doesn't matter, we're prepared, we can handle anything. I've got my rain jacket, got my tent's waterproof, I've got my tarp and stuff as well. I'm actually not really thinking I'm going to put the tarp up, unless the rain gets really bad. There's a few trees around me, so I think I should be alright. But yeah, hopefully that's answered all your questions, Chili. Other than that, you asked me about the Waitrose bag and the Emmerdale bag. I'll keep an eye out. I just don't get a chance to go to Waitrose very often, but when I do, I'll pick one up just for you. So anyone who's interested in the tent or what my living conditions look like tonight, oh, it's so hard to walk with this ankle. I'll show you. I'll flip this camera. It's the tent anyway. You probably remember it from last time. As you can see, we've been having bits of drizzle while I've been sat here, but nothing too bad. Open that back. There's the inside of my tent. Some kind of juice, just the tent stuff, my pillow, sleeping bag, my food, my tarp and stuff. Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. Keep me dry for the night. So yeah, that's where I'm sleeping tonight. And obviously the view behind me. What more can you want? Let's be fair. Right, let me, there's my crap over there, tripod. You know what I did forget to bring though? Always something, isn't there? I forgot to bring my pink tripod. You know, the one I use for like when I'm walking and talking. So this is why I'm using my hand here to hold the camera. But I'm gonna zip this up. I'm gonna grab a drink, and then I'll take you for a little walk around the area and show you where we are. Figured we could go for a little walk, show you the environment. There's a little trail path just beyond here. I guess it'd be like a footpath kind of thing. An old logging road basically. I'll take you up to the top of the peninsula. Can't go as fast as I'd like. There's loads of different ways to go. Loads of places to camp really. It's probably a good spot up there. Up at the top. Some wood in there as well, that might be handy. Let's go check this place out. See, bear in mind people, I've got a really bad leg, so if the camera's a bit wobbly, my apologies. Walk this way. See, it looks like this is a road, but it's actually not. There's no way to drive down here. You just have to walk. That's why I ended up bringing the kayak. Honestly, I'm in so much pain right now. I can't really put the camera any further away. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you. I've tried to adjust the tripod so you can get like a better view behind me and stuff while I'm walking. It's such a pretty place that I'm in. I'm so glad that I came. Definitely a good place for a few spooky Halloween tales around the campfire. I literally can't walk any faster though. Bear with me, people. It's not going to be this is definitely not going to be the most stable video, everybody. The way I've got the tripod resting against my stomach and stuff. Hopefully you can't see it in the camera. Oh. So what we are doing for Halloween anyway? What's my little boy dressing up as this year? Can't imagine what programs you're into, what cartoons and stuff. Last time we spent some time together, Levi, it was Miss Rachel. That was your thing. Sticky icky 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 bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. That was the song. Oh, looks like there's a way to cut through back to the campsite over there. Let me bring you around, see if you can see it. So just over here, might be able to cut through. Also got to keep an eye out for some wood, some good firewood. Other than a little bit we spotted earlier, I've not seen any yet. Yeah, so this camping trip is a bit different to my other ones in the sense that I've never been to this location. I researched it as much as I could before I came. Obviously my research wasn't as good as I thought it was, but still, we're here. There's just not many places for me to set like a tarp up and stuff like that, but I'll make do. I'll figure something out. I just really wish my leg wasn't hurting. It's like the pain's moving into my knee. It's like my knee and my calf. Oh, it's not nice. Oh, I feel like all I've done is complain on this trip. Nothing's gone to plan, but I guess that's part of these solo adventures. Nothing goes right sometimes. You just roll with the punches and make it work. I'm dry, I'm warm. Oh, there we go as well. That's what I was saying to everyone earlier. It's my little boy Levi. Daddy's always thinking about you, little man. Mwah. Don't go anywhere without you right here. I know that when you're older, you probably won't care. If you're anything like me, you're going to be stubborn, independent, and be like, to hell with everybody else. But I do think about you every day. Yeah, so I found this quote that I really liked. If anybody's interested, which says, people without purpose fill the time with simple pleasures. And it really struck me, it's so true. People without purpose fill the time with simple pleasures. You know, sitting there scrolling on your phone, or just watching TV, or just wasting time. And you only do those things because you have no purpose. Like if you actually had something to do, you wouldn't be thinking about those silly little things that we do. even whether it's drinking or smoking sometimes, you know. I think the main thing to take away from that quote is just find some purpose, make a purpose, keep yourself busy and active. That's what I like to do, this is why I like getting away on these little crazy adventures. It's good for your mind, good for the soul. Nothing wrong with some fresh air. Oh, we've made it to the top of this peninsula. Let me flip the camera around so you can see. There we go. We've made it to the top, everyone. And I guess this would be a good place to camp, really. Come on, Charlie, we can do this. Keep pushing, we're almost at the edge. Hey, we've made it to the top of the peninsula. I know it's hard to see on the camera. I like to really absorb the view. Because everything looks kind of far away on the camera, but it's a really nice little spot. Well, we made it. We made it to the top, even with my funky leg. Someone's had a little fire pit here already. Definitely get down here and camp. Not with my leg. I wouldn't take that risk, but I hope you all feel bad for me here. Oh my days. Oh, that's so bad. It's a really nice little spot. Managed to rest my legs for 5 minutes. It's more downhill on the way back, so it's not so bad on my leg. But yeah, camping might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it certainly is mine. Best way for me to get away from all the crap out there in the world. There's a piece of wood here. Thinking I might take this if I can get it without dying. It's a nice piece, that. think we've got it. I don't know if you can see it behind me. There's the camera. There you go. This big log here. Drag this back. So the campsite. Process it. Get it ready for burning. So I've got a few different meals tonight. Anyone who goes camping will know those dehydrated meals that you can buy, pre-packed camping meals. They go from anywhere between like £8 to £20, really expensive. And plus with the dehydrated meal, you need to carry enough water to rehydrate it, which is extra weight. You can get the ones that are already pre-moistened, just pre-packed as well, but they still tend to be expensive. What I found shopping at B&M's is basically the same as camping meals in the little packets and stuff. £2 each. I've got a chicken tikka, pasta bolognese, sweet chili chicken, and a chili con carne. So that's my four main meals for this trip. And then I've got some bacon, so I can do bacon in the morning. Use my little tongs just for your chili. Some bread rolls, and I've got a couple of bags of crisps and stuff. I've also actually, a little cheeky surprise, got some Werther's Original popcorn, toffee popcorn. Ooh, should we try this? Should we try this cut through down here and see if we can get back to the campsite this way? Let's try it. Because if we can, that'll save like a lot of time. But I feel like I can hear water. I'm not going to be able to climb over a stream. We're not doing it. We'll just go around the other way. I'm not taking the risk with my leg, because it would just mean climbing all the way back up to the roadside again and then continuing on. So we may as well just continue on. I think what would be good on this track is like if you had an e-bike or something. Well, that'd be good. Then you could get all your gear down there. Or if you didn't have like a kayak to kayak over, you could park up in the main car park, which is like 3 miles away. But it's a free car park. And then obviously just pack your stuff into your e-bike if you had one, and then zoom down the tracks. This is a big gate, so obviously you can't drive a car down any of these tracks. But the space on either side of the gate, you could easily get an e-bike down there. I don't see why you wouldn't be allowed. People can ride bikes down here, so. I actually seen a young couple earlier, pushing baby in the pram down here, which is nice to see. You know, young people getting outdoors and stuff, not being trapped inside. Yeah, it's been raining a lot here, clearly, for the last week or two. So, finding dry wood is not going to be the easiest of tasks. So I've definitely got a nice piece here to get me going. I'd say once this is chopped up, there's at least an hour's worth here, which is better than nothing. Because I don't really need the fire. It's not like it's freezing cold. It's like probably 10, 12 degrees. It's just really moist and damp. Yeah, I can see my tent from here, but there's no easy way to cut through with my bad leg. Let's see if I can show you on the camera. Does it come through? No, you can't really see it through the thick. Oh well, we're almost there anyway. It's a nice little walk. It's taken us, what, 25 minutes? Not doing too bad though, holding a big stupid tripod. And this tripod is so heavy. This is the good one I use. I'm just sitting at the campsite, filming, Shouldn't really be carrying this one around. It's way too heavy, but make do with what we've got on this trip. Not wasting it. I want to bring you all along on this journey with me. So we'll make do. Just hear that piece of wood scraping behind me. Right, this is the entrance back to the campsite. Take my time. I do not want to make this leg any worse than it already is. We've still got at least one more trip to go on before the end of the year. I prefer it to be 2 trips, but we'll see. See how I heal up. Hopefully I heal up quick because not long left till the end of the year, is there really? 2 months till Christmas. Everybody hates that when you tell them how long they've got left till Christmas. Like, oh, 2 weeks till Christmas, 1 week till Christmas. Like, yeah, shut up, stop telling me. Let me get through Halloween first. I don't really have any plans for bonfire night yet. Oh, we've made it back to camp, people. We've made it back to camp. That's some little pieces of wood I grabbed earlier. Put that down there with the rest. So we don't have a lot of wood tonight. There's a couple of pieces there. We've got this big log here. And then a few pieces that we've seen over there lying down. But we'll come back for them. They're not too far, it's only 5 minutes over there. Whew. Oh, that was a nice little walk. Hope you all enjoyed it. Oh, my leg needs to rest for a bit though. I'm going to kick back and just relax for half an hour. I'll bring you all back in maybe 30 minutes or so when I start like trying to sort this fire out and stuff. But for right now I just need to rest. It's still early. Well, it's not early, but it's early enough. It's just starting to get dark, so another half an hour I'll chill out. I'll bring you back. So I'll see you all soon. There's a really nice colour as the sun's setting. Well, I've had a little rest. As you can see, it's got dark quick. I've chopped up the wood. I didn't bother showing it on camera. You've seen it all last time. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So next time maybe you'll see me get to cut up some wood. But right now, I need to make something to eat because I'm hungry. And my friend Sophie and her boyfriend are actually on the way. They'll be here around 7 o'clock. I'm not here specifically, I need to paddle back to the other side, have a couple of beers with them and stuff, and then come back over to the campsite. But right now, these are the meals I was talking about earlier. So, Frey Bentos, chili con carne, meals in minutes. So basically just squish this down, put it in my pot of boiling water, 3 minutes later, got a meal. Which is the reason why I got the long spoon. Fits in perfect, no mess. Like I say, I've got the stuff for the fire, but I feel like for this I'm just gonna quickly boil some water in my pot. What I will do though is set this little mini stove up. Just so that when I get back later, if it's cold, I can use the wood that I've chopped up in the fire. Like I say, it's more just of an emergency thing really. I don't really need the fire right now, it's not cold. And if anything, I'll save the fire for breakfast so I can do my sausages and my bacon, sorry. It would taste so much better on an open fire versus gas. Hopefully you can see a bit of the view behind me. Probably not, but better than nothing, right? Like I said, I don't want to be one of them guys who you're just constantly seeing in the videos, just sat next to his tent. You don't want to see my tent, do you? You want to see other stuff. I'm sure you remember this from the last trip though. A little fire pit. But I figured right now, I'll just put my gas stove on top of it. Makes sense. There's no point lighting a fire just to boil a small cup of water. And my little gas stove, you've all seen a million times. Faithful. And do you know what? I just realised now I've opened it. Still haven't put WD-40 on the legs. Oh, I actually didn't close the legs last time for that reason. Hey, that saved me a lot of time, on it? Right. Stick that on the fire pit. Maybe that's a bad idea on the fire pit, as soon as there's a hole in it. We'll just stick it up here, shall we? Got some Seabrook Worcestershire sauce crisps. Cheeky. Better put this phone in my pocket actually, before it gets wet and I can't charge it up. I need to put the umbrella on top of that camera as well. The umbrella I was talking about, so we're not getting a wet phone while we're filming. Perfect. You never know, you might actually hear the rain pattering on the top of the umbrella. At least my phone's not getting ruined this time. A little bit at a time, people, a little bit at a time. I remember when I did the first video, I was thinking, oh God, I'm never going to get any of this stuff that I need to shoot these videos and make it watchable. Like I say, I mean, hopefully you can see me right now. I can make it brighter, actually. I do have another light. Oh, I might make a hot chocolate as well, actually. Right, what am I doing here? I just like, last for a minute, gas. Get the gas on. Get the wire in a position it wants to be in. Clearly not that position. There we go. Much better. As usual. The piezo spark thing. Hey, it worked! Hey, I spoke too soon. Let me grab my bottle of water, I forgot. How good does that look? That's my cheeky little treat this trip, as well as the crisps. Right, first thing we need to do is open that a little, let some steam out, some air out, and then what we need to do is fold it like this into the pot. You might be able to see it a bit better if I do it here. Now in theory, so you're not wasting water, I could just scoop water out the lake, because I'm only boiling a bag with it, so it wouldn't really make a difference. But I've got plenty of water, so it's not that big a deal. Remember to take my handles out first this time. Up on this a little bit, get it cooking. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this popcorn, you know, later. Oh. And my crisps as well, I do love these. The only time I eat crisps, honestly, is when I'm out on these trips. Back home, I try to avoid them because I'm always overthinking like my diet and what I eat and stuff. So when I come out on these trips, it's like, oh, I can eat all the salty, sugary badness, greasy, give it me all. Yeah, so anyway, my friend Sophie and her fella, they're coming along. They're going to park back where I inflated the boat. Just have a couple of beers and say happy Halloween, and they're up here anyway, like doing a little tour. So about 6:45, I'm going to head out on the boat, which is going to be kind of scary in the dark, having like a dark kayak paddle. That's another new first for me. But I'll take my light with me anyway, so I can like shine it in front of me and sort of lead the way. There's probably not much point me videoing anything while I'm out on the water because you're really not going to see anything. Because when I first set this tripod up, trying to get everything ready so I could do some filming, you could actually see out into the loch. From behind me, it was quite a pretty scene. But by the time I've actually sat down to start filming, it's gone extra dark. Just can't win, can you? Definitely looking forward to this camping meal though. If it's as good as I think it is, for me this is like the future of camping. I'll go back and buy like another 20 packs. Because they last there just over a year as well, so I can stick them in a cupboard, and then every time I'm going on a trip, just grab a couple out. Don't need to worry about food and stuff like that. The only sense of satisfaction you can't get from a packet meal though is, like I say, cooking like fresh bacon or sausages on an open fire first thing in the morning, getting that nice smoky taste. Oh, it just hits the spot more perfect than anything. But we'll do that in the morning. So I'm staying here tonight, and then I'm probably going to stay tomorrow night. So it'll be like a 2-night trip. But it's too nice to just leave tomorrow. It'd just be a waste of time, wouldn't it? So you're all in for a nice weekend of Charlie waffling your head off. Like, obviously this is the Halloween special solo edition trip, but obviously because I'm staying tonight and tomorrow night, by the time I get home, edited the video, get it uploaded. It's obviously I can't get it up for Halloween, maybe a few days late, but we made it out for. Oh, don't know if you can see this, but it's starting to boil. One of the things I was talking about to my friend actually about the having a campfire is, like in this situation where like I've got a lot of wood. Well, it's not a lot. I've got at least an hour and a half's worth of wood. But in like this kind of situation when it's kind of wet and it's hard to find stuff, you can just light your gas stove. It doesn't have to be a huge flame, but you get a lot of heat coming off it. Or just to take that chill off your hands for a couple of minutes if you need it. So a campfire isn't always necessary. But that's why I think it's important to bring your gas stove no matter what. I mean, because sometimes you might never use the gas and you might just use a real fire, but I like having both, the option of both. Like I say, it's definitely going to be a fun paddle back to the other side, that's for sure. I think what I'll have to do is leave my light on, possibly, when I go over to the other side, so that I know where I'm coming on the way back. Luckily, it's only using a tiny amount of power in comparison to what's in my power bank, so it should last for a few hours. Ooh, that feels nice and toasty and warm, it does. Oh, it's got steam coming out of it, that's always a good sign. Let's have a little nosy in here, see what we've got, eh? Oh, you can't complain at that. Look at this. Nice chunky chili con carne. Actually, it tastes really nice. You never know with these packet things, like what you're gonna get, but wish I had some like I don't know, poppadoms, some naan bread or something, something to go with it. Yeah, look at that, proper meal. Ooh-wee. Right, anyway, let me eat this food. I won't be rude and eating on camera. Let's try and light this fire, see if these twigs work. Ah, Jesus. Definitely works. I knew they were dry enough. There's a lot of wet stuff in here though as well, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the fire's burning nicely. I think the whole blooming neighbourhood can see this little fire. And it doesn't look big on the camera, but trust me, there's a lot of heat coming off it. All this wetness on my trousers is pretty much dried off on this side already. So my only task left for the evening, I'll be honest with you people, is to, other than stick some more wood on, make a hot chocolate and then sign off and say happy Halloween. I love you to my little boy Levi, and I hope you've all enjoyed the video so far. So that fire, I put the big logs on too early, I think. So now underneath is an empty hollow where there should be a lot of hot coals, but there just wasn't enough small pieces. And I've got loads here. I rushed a little bit too fast into the bigger stuff. Hot water's done now. Fire's burning nicely. A little smoky still though. Just let that cool down for a minute. Whew. Starting to get chilly now, it's getting late. Anyway, got my milks. Get a couple of these down me. Get myself to bed. Get a nice early start in the morning. Get on this kayak. Get exploring. One hot chocolate, served hot. Anyway, let me say goodnight to everybody. I've got my hot chocolate. I'm going to let the fire burn out and I'm going to head to sleep because I am absolutely tired. Been a lot of paddling today, a lot of exploring. My leg is absolutely throbbing still. So it's been lovely spending the day with you all. I hope you feel the same. Levi, mwah, happy Halloween. Daddy loves you. Thinking about you every day. And to all my other viewers out there, I hope you've enjoyed it and hope you come back for more. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Hope we all slept well last night. Oh, I had a really good sleep. I feel like I could just stay in bed for another hour or two, but such a nice morning. I don't want to waste it just laying in bed. Let's get up, go for a wee, make myself a drink, make myself some porridge for breakfast. Ugh. And when you've just woke up and your head's not quite in the game yet. Ugh. Yeah, let me get myself up and sorted. Rise and shine. I'm out of the tent. Look at the view I've got this morning. What more do you want first thing when you wake up? But I need to make myself some porridge because I'm starving. You know the routine, get the water boiling. I do have my bacon as well, but I'm thinking I'm going to do the bacon tomorrow. Nice salty breakfast before I head off home. But for today, a bit of porridge will do. Oh. You know the routine, people, with this. It just goes a bit crazy for 5 minutes. Nice bit of heat coming off it though, I'm not going to lie. Warm your hands up in the morning. some water. How much water do we need? Does it say? 160 mils. That's not a lot. Luckily inside the cup there is like a measuring thing, so it does make life a bit easier. That's way more than I need, but oh well. So, did you all have a good sleep? Did you have a good Halloween? What's your plans for the weekend? I'm going to spend another night here, then I'll head back to Manchester tomorrow. It's too nice to go. Like I say, I was a bit annoyed when I first got here. Nothing went to plan, etc. But now I've been out on the lake in the kayak and stuff, and had a chance to like appreciate where I am. It's a nice place. I just think in future if I was going to come back here, I would do it differently to how I did it the first time when I first got here. I would definitely drive straight to the new location for the car and just bring everything over in the kayak. Because my leg is still hurting, my calf's still hurting, but it's definitely improved since yesterday. No thanks to that bloody woman giving me terrible instructions and directions. But yeah, it's not as like sensitive today. But I think I just got used to walking on my tiptoes so much yesterday that it's just become, as soon as I got out of the tent this morning, I was straight on my tiptoe like, I'm gonna be walking on my tiptoe now forever. I need to send a shout out to my sister and my mum as well for looking after Mr. Fluff, my cat. If you all haven't heard that I've got a cat, I've got a cat now. He's about 3 months old. It's called Mr. Fluff. I do intend to bring him out on one of these trips at some point when he's a little bit older. But right now he's a bit wild and young, so I can't risk losing him out in the woods. But you'll all get to see him at some point. Yeah, it must have got water inside it, because I can see the water boiling underneath, inside like the gas chambers. The water is starting to bubble though. Apple and blueberry instant porridge. It's just really clear water. Well, I guess we need to go get this porridge sorted, don't we? I think the water should be bubbling by now. Oh, not quite, not quite. As you can see, the wind is blowing. Where's the table gone? That way, that way. It's taking a little longer to boil the water than usual. There's the tent in the daylight. All my crap scattered around. Drying out my stuff from last night. Oh, and my umbrella, you can see it now because I've got the camera in my phone. There's a little umbrella on my tripod. Keep the phone dry. And hey, tricks of the trade. Alright, well, I'm going to enjoy my porridge oats. Watch these people out on the paddle boards. Unfortunately, we had a bit of an accident here. My case got a bit melted next to the gas stove. Fortunately, everything inside is okay, and now it acts like a poppy lid. It just closes itself. So it could be worse. I didn't even notice it. But yeah, I'll bring you all back when I've finished eating, and we'll get out on the water and have a little paddle around, shall we? I'll see you all soon. So nice just being out on the water. So relaxing. I'll flip the camera around so you can have a little look what's around me. Flip it around. There's the campsite. Just ahead of us there. It's funny because I can see that line in front of us in the water, like the current line. So I figured out, or I researched it yesterday, that this loch is actually only at its deepest point, 13 meters deep. Now that doesn't sound deep, because it's not that deep, but I still wouldn't like to be stuck at the bottom of it. I feel more confident with my paddling today as well. I don't know if you can see, I feel like I'm tracking a lot straighter and truer today. Yeah, I think Mark and Sophie are cooking some sausages and stuff this morning. They invited me over for breakfast, so it'd be rude to say no, wouldn't I? Can't complain, I feel like I'm making good progress today. Getting pulled a little to the left by the wind, but something I can't handle. Just like a subtle little breeze just dragging me over to the left. Not as wet as yesterday. How we are doing this evening, as you can see, I just got back from the other side, out the boat, little midnight paddle. I did try to do some video recording, but you can't see anything, it's too low light. So I'll get some more footage in the morning, but yeah, I stayed pretty dry to be honest. I just quickly got my shoes off, got changed into my socks and stuff. Yeah, I've had a really nice day. I went to see my friends earlier. We've had some sausages and black pudding and eggs. I had some soup and some crusty baguettes. I've had all sorts. Like, this trip was kind of like not the best start, like I said, because I had the injury earlier on, which has prevented me from touring around and showing you the sights and doing everything I would normally do. And I've just been literally stuck on like tiptoeing the whole trip. So obviously my friends pulling up has made the difference, so I can go over there, spend some time with them over these like nights and stuff. So it's like, wasn't all for nothing. So it's still a good trip. I've had plenty of time out on the water. I feel like way more confident than I did when I first came on this trip. I must have got a good, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10 miles on the water by the end of this trip. So that's really good. It was like, what, 4 miles-ish or something like that on the first one. 10 miles on this one. I can feel it up here though, in my shoulders, my neck muscles and stuff from all the paddling. Definitely feel it. I think what I want to do though, is I want to get this fire lit. Get some heat, because my little toes are a little bit cold from all that paddling. I mean, the water's not as cold as you think it is, to be fair. I bet most people are thinking, yeah, right, I'd never get in there, but you could have a midnight swim, you could div it. You get out, get by the fire, you'll soon warm up. What am I doing? Right, need some twigs. Let's break some of these twigs up, shall we? All the spindly loose stuff like this. I've got loads of it lying around that I collected yesterday. I've not got much firewood for tonight, but I've got enough for an hour or so. A couple of hours around the fire. Like I say, because of my leg, I keep banging on about my leg, but it's just stopped me from doing everything, not being able to go and hunt for wood, collect wood and stuff, because I can't really pull and drag. Having the kayak's been a lifesaver, just being able to relax in the boat and just sail back and forth and round and everything. But the views and stuff I don't feel like really come through on the camera compared to what I can see. I filmed a little bit today when I was paddling over. I'll film some more tomorrow. Oh no, don't need to put that in yet. Getting ahead of ourselves there. Nice old charcoal piece there. What else have we got? I think it's all just big stuff now, really. I do have some firelighters though. I'm not messing around tonight. Use these, shall we? I don't need much, I don't think. Also, something new. I can light this little citronella candle to keep any little pesky bugs away. There we go. There isn't actually many out, to be fair. It's a bit cold, but just the odd few little things here and there, pesky flies. So that candle will keep them away. There we go. Sort of see which way the wind's blowing now, can't you? I can't believe I burnt this earlier when I was cooking by the gas stove. What a plonker. So lucky it's still sealed. The knife, fork and spoon are absolutely fine. And technically it does close still. So I mean it could be worse. Oh, it does still close. Oh no, I dropped the fork out. So yeah, I'm sorry Chili. My bad for not paying attention. Like I say, it's fine, still works. Right, what was I doing? This fire. Alright. Lift some of this out a little bit. Put some of these in the middle. See how quickly light up? No messing about. Let's get this fire going. No time to waste. Why not? Big piece there. Let's lay that over the top. Not like that. Just like that. There we go. Look at that. Fire going. Dry these gloves off a little bit. The temperature's dropped now. Definitely dropped compared to earlier. The heat of this fire is just like really kicking in just at the perfect time. There's so many hot coals at the bottom now. Hope you've all had a nice evening though. My evening's slowly coming to an end. It's been nice and chilled. Just need to make myself a little hot chocolate before I go to bed really. I was just thinking about my style of camping versus everybody else's style. There's so many different kinds of camping. Like I like my woodland forest camping. Like I love wild camping. This is my thing, getting your backpack on, hiking out into the middle of nowhere, deep forest, or even out in the kayak, paddling out, just exploring. Like my adventures really, like that's why I call it the solo adventures. But I was thinking, you know, there's actually so many other kinds of camping. Because I've got like camper van, I guess. And you've got hammock camping, bivvy camping, tent camping, hot tent camping, stealth camping, just so many, so tarp camping. There's so many different kinds. Everyone's just got their own style and their own preference, I guess. So even for people out there that like see my videos and think, oh, it's not for me, that so many other variations of camping. There's got to be something out there for everyone, I think. Even when it comes to cooking, out camping, you can cook anything. Any meal you can cook at home, you can cook out camping, and I think everything always tastes better on an open fire. Be equivalent to a barbecue, but I feel like cooking on wood, everything just tastes better than it does even on coals. That's what I think anyway. Speaking of which, I've got my bacon for the morning. Smoked bacon, proper bacon. Not that American stuff, that streaky, stringy bacon, proper thick slices. I think Americans out there call it Canadian bacon, or Danish bacon maybe. But yeah, that's like standard British bacon. Gotta love it. Some people prefer smoked, unsmoked. I don't know what your preference is, but mine's definitely smoked. I love smoked bacon. I've got no butter with me today, but it's alright. The grease from the bacon will moisten the bread up in the morning. I've got some ketchup packets with me as well. I didn't forget. As far as the animals go out here, I've heard some foxes. I think I heard some owls earlier today. Seen a little robin flying around as well. Sitting in my boat for a little while. Other than that, not really seen much. A lot of birds and stuff, but nothing else. Really, seen a few fish jumping out of the water. Apparently there's a lot of pike in this lake. Oh, sorry, the loch. I keep saying that, have to forgive me, all you Scottish people out there, every time I say lake. Just a habit, I guess. Obviously, when I grew up in Scotland, I used to say loch, obviously, properly. When you move to England, it becomes lake. And then coming back on all these trips, I keep forgetting it's a loch. It's not a lake. Oh, this feels so good. My gloves are pretty much dry, by the way, from earlier. A couple of damp patches on the palm parts. I think that's mostly just from the little specks of rain coming down. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, the rain. There is a fine mist though. I've got my little mini umbrella above the camera, so I don't have to worry about the phone getting wet now. Woohoo! Finally got to make use of it. But technically, we still didn't get our rainy camping trip. Can't believe that, to be fair. I was actually expecting rain on this one as well. Although, to be fair, seeing as I'm paddling back and forth across this loch, probably not a good idea, is it really? I've already broke the seat on the boat. And it definitely feels like it's deflating a little bit. Not a lot, but enough that it's like noticeable. I've tried to pump it up again as well, but it just, for some reason, it just won't pump past a certain point. It won't quite inflate the way I want it to. Ah well, I've got across a bunch of times now, so I can't complain. It is what it is. Just have to save up in the future and invest in a proper one. Invest in a plastic one. And then eventually further down the line invest in my pack raft as well. Then I've got both kinds though. One for travelling with like far, like overseas and stuff. Then the plastic hard one I can keep when I'm coming up on these trips to Scotland and stuff. Because I met a father and son earlier out on their kayak. And they're just zipping through the water so fast. In comparison to me, struggling with this rubber boat. But I've definitely learned how to paddle so much better than when I first did it, that first time. Even when I first got on this lake, I was just like putting too much effort in and not getting anything back. Then I realised, because you can't quite, it's hard to tell sometimes, especially in the dark, like how fast you're going, so you feel like you're not going forward sometimes. But just easy, gentle paddle, and you are going forward. You just, you're just not zipping along at 100 miles an hour. If I had to guess my average speed, I'd probably say 2 miles an hour or something, max. But it's enough to get across. As far as this spot goes, like I say, I wasn't too happy with it at first, just with the whole getting the roads wrong and the location wrong and stuff, but now that I'm here, and tonight's my last night, I kind of like, I don't want to go home now, I want to stay another night and another night. Well, unfortunately, I need to get home to see Mr. Fluff, my little kitten, if you didn't hear earlier in the video. My mum and my sister have been babysitting him for the last few nights for me. So, I need to get home, make sure he's alright, let them get back to their regular life. But hopefully, one day soon, well, I say soon, maybe in the next 6 to 9 months, he'll be old enough that I can bring him out on a small trip. Maybe not somewhere out as far as this, but it would be cool to get the cat out in the kayak. I reckon he'd love it. It's quite adventurous, like curious. But yeah, as I was saying, this location is actually really good. I think it's just my leg, the injury to my leg is what's ruined it for me, because I really want to get out and explore. There's so much to see and so many places to go, and they're not accessible by road or anything. So I literally need to get the kayak out, sail to all the different points of the loch. They're all like hidden gems and little cool camping spots that'd be cool to pitch up a tent, like different angles and different views of the loch and stuff. Like I did try and film it last night. There's like a purple hue, like just across the loch as the sun was setting out. It's really nice, but I'm not very good with the camera still. As you can see, I don't even know if you can see me right now because of all this smoke coming off these sticks, but it's not too bad for me. It's not that much in my face, it's just between me and you on the camera. This little candle's nice though, the citronella candle. It's just a nice bit of ambience on the side as well as keeping the bugs away. But yeah, I've had a really good trip. Like I say, it's a nice secluded spot. It is possible to get here on foot as long as your foot works, but it's a long hike in. So it is best to just have the kayak and zoom over, and then you can do your exploring on this side. So I'll definitely come back, 100%. I might even make this solo adventure number 9, come back here, and we explore it properly when I've got a working leg, and we can actually get out and check everything out. I think that sounds like a plan. What do you think? Eh? Yes? No? Come back to this location and do it again properly next time? I think we should. One thing I was thinking earlier as well is obviously one of the channels that I watch back home is English Woodsman, and I remember there was an old English Woodsman video. I can't remember how old it is, but he was out in the woods and he had a shopping basket. I'm thinking, oh, with this leg injury, as funny as it was in his video, like the shopping basket would actually be the perfect thing for me right now to go out and collect some wood, put it in my basket, like, oh, crutch on the other leg. That would actually be pretty cool right now. That's because I'd love to get some more wood. I've got 2 more pieces over there that someone left by the fire that I found when I first got here. I've not burnt that yet. So once this squashes down a bit, I'll go get my last 2 little pieces of wood, get them burning, get my hot chocolate going, and then we'll be good for the night. But like I say, I apologise to everyone like for the video not being so adventurous, whatever you want to call it. But it's just my leg. It's just kind of like messed me up. But I've done the best I can with the leg, so I hope you appreciate that. But yeah, what's my little boy up to tonight? Did you have a good Halloween? Did you get plenty of little sweets and candies on your trick-or-treating adventures? Like I say, I wish I could be there, little man. I say the purpose of my channel is not to be like your typical YouTube channel out here promoting products and showing you around in the sense of, oh, this is the location, this is that location. Like, the purpose of my channel is really just to bring you along on my adventures. A chance for my little boy to watch me as I grow up, I guess, and grow old. Just kind of see what I was getting up to in my prime, I guess. So when he's older and he's like, I wonder what my dad got up to. It's like, well, it's all documented for you now. Nothing crazy, just out on mad adventures, exploring the country. Because there's just so much stuff to see. A lot of people are like, oh, it's all the same, it's all the same. It's not. When you're actually out here and you experience it, just, like I say, the way the colours change as the sun's coming up and coming down, and the greens and the browns, and the way the light's shining off the water. Just every location you go to has a different vibe and a different feel. Like, I feel like this is quite an eerie place, you know, because the clouds are always really low off the mountains and stuff. That's why I thought it'd be good for like a Halloween special. I had so much more planned for this trip in terms of like making it Halloweened out, but like I say, with my leg being so messed up, I just wasn't able to do anything. So unfortunately, it didn't go to plan, but did what we could. Look, candle's gone out. Alright, should we get this stove going? Because you know when it's going to happen. It's going to spit out God knows how much gas. Let it burn itself off for a minute. You know the usual. Just thinking what I might do. I can rest this up somehow. Rest these gloves like this. Get the heat off the fire on them. To be honest, it's not so bad. To be honest, it's not so bad putting your feet in the wet, the waterproof shoes or whatever. But putting your hands into wet gloves, ugh, not the nicest feeling. I'm surprised this is not spitting even more than it actually is, to be honest. Where's that water go? Let's get some water in here and let's get a hot chocolate on the go, shall we? Now I know what you're probably thinking, oh, put the lid on, it'll boil faster. I'm not in any kind of rush. I need to go and grab the cup actually. Keep some wipes in your pocket. Clean off this spoon. good, isn't it? And these should actually burn. It'll take a minute, but they will burn. Let me go get me cup. Right, I've got my cup. Turn the gas up a little bit. And now those are the pieces of wood that I found that someone had left, so can't really complain. It's quite a bit of wood, to be fair. A little damp, but making that clinky sound, so it's pretty dry. That's generally my way to test the wood. I find if it clinks, it makes like an echo. You know, it's pretty dry all the way through. If it just doesn't make a sound, it's probably kind of wet. Right, so what's next? Put some hot chocolate in this cup. I'm not gonna lie, I think my actual gas has run out. But luckily, the water's boiling, so we got lucky with that. I bet you're all thinking, oh no, what are you gonna do in the morning? I've still got some wood left for my bacon, don't worry. It won't burn through all this tonight. I'll save the big piece and the small piece for breakfast. And then we've still got this big piece to burn yet. In fact, we'll just stick it on top. Help it dry out a little. See all the smoke coming off it now. It's all that moisture coming off. Anyway, let's get this hot chocolate made. 1, 2 big scoops is all we need. It was perfect timing that the gas ran out, just as the water was done. You can see the steam coming off it. It's definitely hot. Whoop, whoop. Perfect amount. Can't forget the mini milk. Oh no, one of them's leaking. Ah, which one is it? Oh, that one. Got a hole straight through it. It's a bit crap. Oh no. Are these leaks? Oh well. Oh, smoke keeps going in my eye. Anyway, hot chocolate's done. Where can I put it without it falling over? There we go. Use this log to my advantage. Oh, the little candle keeps going out. Oh well. Flick myself water in the eye. Just cooled down yet? Yeah. Oh, well, we're done with the little gas stove for tonight then. And for tomorrow it's done, this weekend. Or this trip, should I say. There we go. The pot is back in its holder, as snug as a bug in a rug. Ready for the next adventure. I just need to get... Well, I've got loads of gas bottles at home, to be honest with you. At least that's done now. That's for the bin. Your knife and fork in there. Oh, I have to fix this when we get home. Spoon, scissors, notes. Put these in the bin. Oh, there we go. Done for the evening. Get my hot chocolate up here. If it will stand up without falling over. There we go. Don't worry, Chili. You'll get to see me use my tongs to flip the bacon in the morning. I didn't bring them for nothing. It's funny because this fire looks so dead, but it's just going to light up in a minute. End of a successful trip. Well, unsuccessful, turned it into semi-successful. I've enjoyed it though, I've had a really nice time. I hope, again, I've made some watchable footage. It's probably not going to be as long as all the previous videos, just because I've not done as much as I would normally do. Not a lot of exploring, but I've still got out, showed you a new location. The best I can do this time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted, I'm not going to lie, like I didn't get to explore more, because seeing all of the scenery and stuff, it's like, oh, I want to see this, I want to do that, I want to go here, I want to go there. Like I seen over in one of the mountains, there's like a patch just looks like it's been flattened all the way up to the top of the mountain. I'm just curious to go up there and just have a nosy, like have a wander. I can't do it with my leg right now, I'm going to have to wait till next time. I will promise though, solo adventure number 9, we'll come back to this location and we'll do a proper thorough exploration of the area. Because we've not even had a chance to get over to the bothy yet either. I've never actually seen one close up, it's annoying me. It's like right there, literally like, I don't know, 50 meters away. It doesn't sound like anyone's on there tonight though, so I promise you in the morning, if we'll get up early, we'll have a little sail over, have a little look around, and then potentially next time we come up we might be able to stay in there. I'll just stay the night in there. Oh, cheeky. I can't take the heat. Hey, I know what I've got that I haven't done on a trip yet. I've got some marshmallows. I actually brought them on the last trip and totally forgot to use them. Should I get some marshmallows out? Do a couple. While the fire's nice and toasty still. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go get them marshmallows. Got my marshmallows, my pink and whites, my Haribos. Let's do this, people. In fact, first we need to find a good stick. Something reliable. Not something too puny. Ooh, what have we got around us? Not much. I reckon this will do the trick, to be honest with you. It's alive enough that it won't snap. Well, can't hurt to try it, can it? Should we do a pink or a white? Let's do a pink. Oh yeah. See it getting all gooey. Oh, would you look at that? That is amazing. It's gonna burn my lips now, isn't it? Mmm. That was a little bonus. Considering I hurt my leg this weekend. Nice little treat, eh? Couple of marshmallows. I'm so glad that I remembered about those marshmallows. Well, that's proper made my evening, this. Oh, Sophie, if you're out there watching, you and Mark, I'm sorry you missed out on the marshmallows, man. Marshmallows, hot chocolate, campfire, bacon in the morning, kayaking out on a fresh lake, a loch, sorry, out in the mountains. Freedom, peace and quiet, no noise, no traffic, absolute silence. Just a little like tinkle from the water, like as it just like rolls by. To be fair though, the small amount of wood that I did collect for this trip, or I was able to collect around and stuff, like it has lasted. I've not had a roaring fire, but then I've not really needed it, to be honest. That's what I love about this little metal stove. It keeps your fire just contained within a space that's more than enough. And that way you're not burning through tons and tons of wood like having a big open fire. See, with this grill on the top, it's enough to put everything you need on there, really. My whole pack of bacon will probably fit on there in one go. I think there's only 5 slices in it, so. I think in day-to-day life, I'm not really a marshmallow kind of guy, but just around the campfire, it's a nice little treat. Little sugar hit after all the paddling and stuff today. It's nice. I say that, then I'm going to get in the tent later and eat more popcorn and more sugar, but oh, there's a little fire there. Grab that flame. Oh, it went out. Come back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that was hot on my tongue. Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. Ugh. I could go back to sleep for another 10 hours right now. But today's the last day. I need to get up. I need to do my breakfast. I need to go for a little paddle. I need to go for a week. So I'm bursting. Anyone who's been camping will know when you wake up and you've been holding in your wee all night. Oh, it starts to get chilly after a while. So yeah, I need to get up. I'll sort myself out and I'll bring you along when I get out of the tent and start cooking this bacon. Well, good morning. Good morning. Morning everyone. Just getting this fire lit. Just use the rest of the firelighters and stuff. Time to do some breakfast, eh? Get this bacon on the go. Yeah, so we just need to let this fire burn through the wood a little bit. Got five rashers of smoked bacon, 4 rolls, which I don't need. I'll probably use 2, and then I'll probably scatter up the other 2, just sprinkle them around the woods like the birds have them and stuff. Or I might just take them home and be a cheapskate and eat them when I get home. As you can see, the water's looking nice this morning. The mountainsides are looking rather misty. I had such a good sleep though. I must have slept like 12 hours straight. Well, yeah, this is the view in the mornings. Give these hands a little clean, shall we? Looking a little black. Dirty fingernails, ew. I think I'll be having a little pamper session when I get home this afternoon or tonight. Shave, shower, a little bit of self-grooming. Clean these fingernails. It's weird for me, like I don't mind getting my hands dirty at all, like I'm not soft in that kind of way. But it's when I stop and I notice how dirty they are, I'm like, oh god. Whilst I'm active, I don't really care. It's better than nothing. I saved the last couple of wipes till I get on the other side. Brush my teeth. Give my face a quick wash down before I set off on the journey. Yeah, but like I said last night, I hope you've all enjoyed the video. I've done the best I can. My knee's still not healed up, but it does feel a lot better this morning. Still can't put my foot flat down on the floor though, like to walk on it. But it shouldn't be too bad to drive, so that's the main thing. I don't know about you, but I'm not very good at saying goodbyes. Like I hate goodbyes. It's like now I'm here, I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed. I could quite happily stay here for infinite extended period of time. But I have to go. And it's like, oh, I'm leaving all this behind. I don't want to leave this. But I guess that's the motivation to get back out again, isn't it? I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but the island on the other side there where the bothy is, there's someone out there fishing today. But I don't think that boat was there last night. So I just keep seeming to missing my opportunity to get over there and have a wander. I'm determined though, before we leave this little spot and leave this lot and head home, we're going to pull up onto that island and have a look at this body. Damn it. It's my mission. Can't come all this way in and just not go to the island right there in the centre. I just don't want to disturb people when they're camping there, you know. Nothing worse than a stranger coming onto your campsite and running around with a bloody camera filming for YouTube. It's probably going to take a little while to burn through this big log. I need to get it to fall down into the fire so I can put the grill on top. Can hear so many birds out this morning. Sounds like they're having a little argument. And just in case when I get home, I need to say thank you again to my mum and my little sister Zara for keeping an eye on Mr. Fluff. I do appreciate it. You know what us men are like, sometimes in the moment we just forget to say thank you. So, thank you Mum, thank you Zara. And thank you again to Soph and Mark for popping up to see me, keep me company while my leg was destroyed. Definitely appreciate it. And Levi, my little man, when you're older, one day looking back on these videos, as much as you probably hate me, I hope that you feel inspired maybe to come out and do one of these adventures yourself. See if you can find any of these little secret spots that I've shown on the videos. They're all out here to find, you just gotta look hard enough. What I'll do as well is I'll, because I didn't really film anything when I was putting the tent up and stuff, I'll film it all when I'm packing the stuff away. That way you can at least see something. The only good thing is because I've made a few trips back over to the car, some of the excess camping gear that I brought with me that I didn't need for this trip, I've already taken back. So like my 2 tarps, my axe, and my trainers. Took them back already. So really it's just my chair, my table, my stove and stuff, my tent, sleeping bag, air mat, my lighting, just some of the food stuff. Yeah, so it's not too much to cart back. Because this boat that I'm using has a limit of, I think it's 80 kilos. And I've got to weigh at least 50-ish kilos, 55 kilos. Yeah, about 55 kilos I think I weigh. So I didn't want to risk on the last day having to sail back over with the boat full of all my gear and weigh the boat down and start sinking. We'll be on video like, Mayday, Mayday, man down. And 100% I'm going to invest in a dry suit. So maybe, no actually no, maybe not on the next trip. Definitely at the start of next year I'll have a dry suit. Which will just make getting in and out of the water so much more easier. Less faffing about, less wetness. I won't need to keep using a towel every time I get out of the water. Because I'd say that's the only pain with kayaking, is getting changed into like your wet gear. You know, when you get out of the water you're wet, so you've got to like peel it off and then dry off. It's the only thing that sort of adds to the time and makes it less fun. So I figured just by buying a dry suit, throw that on. I can keep my basic pants and my t-shirt on underneath, and I'm good to go. As soon as I get out of the water, just unzip it, off you pop. Yeah, definitely gonna get one. Bread's ready. It's funny because I've taken the axe back to the other side. Really, the axe would have been good to chop up these pieces of wood into thinner pieces. Would have burnt through so much quicker. Bear in mind, I'm not expecting a big giant flame to cook this bacon. I don't need that. I just need the heat. Otherwise the bacon will burn. And it is really hot, to be honest, so maybe I can get away with it. Just turning this log around again. Just use the underside where it's hot. Here, like this. I think that'd be perfect, you know? Extra smoky bacon. I promise you the fire's not gone out. Like I say, it's just because of that big stupid piece of wood. It's kind of just in the way of all the heat. It might look a little charred, like black, the bacon, but it's just from the grill. You know, from all the charcoal from the previous cooking. Yeah, you were right, chili, by the way. The tongs do help. Alright, Mr. Smarty Pants. First piece done. Second piece done. That's almost done. This little piece is done. That sandwich is done. Let's have a little bite of this while we're waiting, eh? Mmm. smoky, salty goodness. Right, well I'm going to finish off cooking my bacon, eating my sandwich, and I'll bring you all back when I'm getting on the boat. Right, well I've eaten my breakfast. I'm just getting ready to pack down this campsite now. Then we'll go out for a paddle. I just thought I'd take you on a little tour. Let me just flip the camera around. So I'll take you to what I would consider the main entrance to be, which is here. That's where we went out for that little walk at the start, up there and then around there. And obviously, this is the camp. So obviously someone's been here before. A little fire pit here. But it's a bit too uneven. That's one thing you'll notice about this area. It's all kind of like slopey and like nothing's that even. I mean, as far as the views go, what more do you want? Yeah, that's where I've been chilling. Boat's just been parked there all night. To be honest, that's the majority of my gear. What's left of my sandwich? I just dipped the stove in the fire to cool it down. It's nice and cold now. A few bits I need to pack away there. And just this tent now, really. So I'll plonk yours down and I'll start getting this packed away, shall I? Just dry it down a bit. That way we're not getting everything totally wet. And you'll see, once I've dried this off a bit, all the rest of the moisture on it is just condensation on the inside. Which, unfortunately, even with the best air, really walked on this trip. I'm going to try and bend this back. Well, it's not as straight, I mean it's not as bent as it was, but could be worse, I guess. Oh, looking for the pouch, it's right here. I definitely need to clean this off when I get home though, that's for sure. Probably cook it, bake it, charcoal all the grime on it. As you've seen, you can have a fire, you can cook on it. For what it is, the size of it, it's worth having. Oh, some little treats there I forgot about. What else have we got? Oh, my knife, a toothbrush, my toothpaste, my guy line. So much stuff in there. What is going on there? Ah, I see. Right, what else? Towel, my light, fire block, hot chocolate, marshmallow, knife and fork. Oh, it's cold. The floor is cold. It's just that initial shock, you know, when you put your feet in the water for a few seconds. After that, it's like, nah, it's alright now. Ooh. But yeah, definitely a dry suit would be better, because I wouldn't be getting like wet feet now and cold feet and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. Get me granddad pants on, pull them up. Double check, I've got the car key. Yes, I do. Right, let's get on this loch and see what we can see. See how well these gloves dried last night, eh? Hey, do you know what? Actually bone dry on the inside. Winning. Yeah, the only reason I'm wearing these is I found that sometimes when you're paddling, the water goes up your sleeve. And you know, when there's nothing worse than water going up a sleeve. So if I put these on, I can put the gloves over the sleeve over the top of the gloves. Stops the water getting in. Or under the glove, whichever way you prefer, but I prefer it over the top right now. Seems to be working a treat. Just like that. Stops the water getting like up your sleeve. But it's quite tight on the cuffs. Makes me laugh though, because they give you little pockets on these gloves. Like, what the hell are you going to fit in there? No idea. It's just kind of in the way, really. It's pointless. Anyway, get me shoes in the bag. So yeah, I didn't even bring my my dry bag on this trip. What a lunatic. But I'm not gonna lie, this was good. Plastic bag. Wrapped inside a Morrison's bag. Waxed paper, so it gets moist, but it can withstand a little bit of moisture. Then last but not least, inside this bag, got triple layers of protection. Like, it doesn't really matter so much now on the way back, but if I was coming here and my shoes were wet, it wouldn't be a good look. Get rid of my rubbish. think that's me. Well, here we go, people. Last day out on the loch. Last little journey around. It's nice and early, there's no rush. Say goodbye to the campsite, everyone. Au revoir. It's been nice knowing you. Man, I definitely love this whole kayaking thing. We'll just take the scenic route around the edge. No rush today. It's been a really nice trip. Nice way to end it. Nice slow paddle around to this secret little cove that we found. So calm and relaxed today. Like, the water's so still, other than the ripples that I'm creating. Like, so nice. See, I've seen quite a few people fishing on here, so seeing as the water's so calm, I think next time I come here, maybe I will bring the fishing rod. But the people are still over at that bothy. It's still over there. So looks like we're not going to get a chance to see it, which is a shame, but I guess it's something to look forward to next time I come here. So far so good though, the boat's holding up with the weight of the gear in the back. And don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near back to the cart. We're going around to that secret location right now. So the campsite's probably like, where is it? Just so I can have a look where I am. Let me spin around. Yes, we're not even that far away from the campsite really. The campsite's like there. This little cove looks so interesting though. God, I remember when I first strapped on this life jacket, I felt like a right idiot. But I guess you just get more comfortable wearing it. And then the more people you see doing other kayaking, and some people have got even worse life jackets, so it's like, alright, I'm not that bad. I'm not the only one that can't swim. Oh, the water's so shallow here. I just realised I can see to the bottom. So I'm getting close to this little cove thing. And obviously it gets close to land. Right, I'll flip the camera so you can see. See, we're aiming like straight ahead of us now. There's a little gap you can see going around to the left. And it goes to like a dead end. When I climbed up to the top of the peninsula, if you remember where you see me limping, we were looking down inside the little cove, which is round this corner. I want to know what's round here, because maybe this is where we can camp next time, if we don't get a chance to go to the bothy. That's the best thing with a kayak, you've got unlimited choices or places to go that you can't normally access, that you just be looking at going, oh, I wish I could get over there. Looks like it's going to get really shallow though. Hope I don't get stuck around here. But I sort of go around the outside so we can try and get right into the middle of it. Steering a boat's harder than steering a car, I'll tell you that. It's like a weird patch. I don't know if you can see it in the water there. But one of them patches on the other side meant that it was land underneath. So just want to be careful I don't get stuck. We're here though. Just coming around this corner. I'm guessing being as this is a little peninsula spot, a lot of crap gets stuck around here, like leaves and stuff. Yeah, I can definitely see the bottom here, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Very shallow. Ah, but look at this though. This little secret spot. I'm going to turn left so you can actually see into the peninsula. A little secret spot. Look at this. How cool is this? Nobody can get here unless they've got a boat. It's so shallow. It's mad. So just to look out onto this from a distance, you just think it was a really deep lake. Can't be more than 2 meters to the sea, maybe a meter to the floor. It's hard to tell, you know, when you're looking through water how deep it is. Oh, look at this cool little spot though, man, this is crazy. Although, as good as it looks like it might all be marshland all the way around. Which means there might not actually be anywhere to pull the boat up to stop. How cool is this though? This is like your own private little location. You see behind me, that's the main loch. But then this little cove here, it's just separate from everything else. And just like disappear into the middle of nowhere. So cool. As you can see on the sides here, it's all like marsh, like mossy marsh stuff. Have a little zoom around the edges. Well, not the edge because I don't want to get stuck. But This is crazy. I feel like I want to go right into the end of it. And it looks like up there could be some rocky patches where you can get out the boat. Because this is like untouched nature. No, nobody comes here, clearly. Over there is a good spot. There's like a rock sticking out of the water, like it leads out into the water, so that's what I'm headed towards. Have a quick look around there, and then there's not much in terms of landing spots. We'll just head back out, go for a sail around the edge, then back to the car. Yeah, definitely kayaking is for me. Wasn't too sure after that first trip, like I liked it, but I think it was kind of scary because I chose Loch Lomond as my first paddle destination, which was probably not a good idea, according to the couple of people I spoke to yesterday. But then coming out here, it's like reignited my interest in kayaking again, just because of where you can get to. I guess my kind of camping is wild camping, but the idea is to get far away from people as you possibly can. You don't want to hear another voice. And then on this trip I've come across loads of people, but if I can get out to this spot, oh yes, now we're talking. Because nobody's probably even going to be bothered sailing out this far. I'm just a crazy man who's up for the challenge. Yeah, the peninsula's just up there. That's where we were stood the other day. This rock isn't as promising as I thought it was going to be. I guess you could get out there, but it's a bit dangerous. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Maybe right at the end I can see some smaller rocks in the water that maybe you could just pull up next to. Right, I don't want to get too close to this rock because it will probably be in the shallow part of the water. I thought I could smell fire then. Probably just in my nostrils from the sauna. So here's this rock, you'll see it here next to me. I thought maybe we could park next to that, but no chance. I was trying to spin it around so you could see, but I span around the wrong way. This way, and start. Put the brakes on. There you go. See, I'm getting better at kayaking. It's right behind my head though, isn't it? Let me just turn you this way a bit. Ah, there you go. Look at that. Yeah. We could try and get up that side, like park the boat next to it, but it's really steep. Steeper than it looks on the camera. Oh, there's a little house over there. Oh, imagine owning that house. Oh, it's so beautiful around here. Right, I guess we'll make our way back to the car, I guess. Have a nice little paddle around the lake, go back around the long way. And yeah, back to the car. Oh, what's the end of a camping trip? I don't want to go home. I want to stay. I want to do more paddling. Hey Levi, when you're older, make sure you get yourself out into nature and experience some of this. Honestly, you won't regret it. If you're anything like me, like by nature, I mean obviously we've never really met each other before, apart from a short time we lived together when you were a baby. But if you've got any of my personality, you'll need this freedom, this sense of independence. I mean, maybe you won't. Maybe it was just my upbringing and my environment and whatever else. And I did grow up in Scotland, didn't I? So yeah. So peaceful. So easy to just like put my head back here and just go sleep. Just listen to the sounds. What more do you want? Just the sound of peace and tranquility. Anyway, guess we're gonna have to get moving, aren't we? Such a shame about my leg, man. That's ruined this trip. I would have had so much more time out on the water and so much more exploring we could have done. Kind of disappointed in myself, really. But I did try my best. I did push myself to the absolute limit with this leg. There's no more I could have done without making the injury worse, and then it would have just prevented us from coming out on camping trips for even longer. I just hope it comes through on the camera and there's someone out there that appreciates this little paddle. There's another little mini island here we can go and have a little nosy at if you like. Not an island you could probably camp on. I mean, to be fair, you probably could. You used to get your little bivvy bag out. Little stealth island camp. What I'll do is I'll go around the left of it and I'll swing around so you can see it. Right, separate from the other island. You gotta go that way anyway. There you go, should be able to see it now. A little mini one here. Yeah, you could get on there. Look, there's some little rocks. Just there on the edge. Could pop on there. Pitch your tent up. Just have a little mini island to yourself. I mean, not much space to breathe or swing a cat, but I mean, it'd definitely work. And obviously right in front of us there is the big one with the bothy. And I guess we can try and go over and nosy, but somebody there, like I say, so I don't want to be rude and someone's asleep and I come barging in with the bloody camera. Hey YouTube, look at this. It might be possible, and I don't want to say no and just not go. You know what life's like. Might get hit by a bus tomorrow and never have the opportunity to come back here. At least we've captured it on video. Does it look like you can get through it? See, I don't know if there's any way through that. Actually get to the body. Just looks like thick jungle, doesn't it? Which is alright when I've got my hiking boots on, but I've only got my waterproof shoes on. My feet are not safe. Yeah, I can see the floor now. It doesn't look like there's a place to easily get up though. As you can see, it's quite dense. The only place I think is around where that person's got the boat parked. Oh, yeah, gotta be careful here, we're about to run ground. Oh well. It's not like I didn't try, people. There's just no way through. I might want to disturb that person who's fishing. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Never say never. Look at this. I felt like a right quitter then. There's a gap there for them trees. I think we can do this, you know. We'll go up and explore this body. It looks like it's just wet mud underneath me. Would you look at that? You literally made it to land. Let's do this then, shall we? Go and check out this body. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Right, what we're going to do is try and drag the boat up onto land a bit. Hopefully that's floating on. Ooh. There we go. So the boat is there, half up, half down. Hopefully that should be okay. Right, let me flip this camera around. See, we'll find this body thing. See, this is where I wanted to camp. Look at this, I can already see it's a perfect campsite. It's flat. This is such a good spot. We're definitely going to have to come here again. How cool is this? So you've got the little bothy. Got a little rope swing here. Little picnic bench. Oh, this is so cool, man. We're going to have a little look inside. See what we can see. What does this say? Please treat the body with respect and leave it as you would like to find it. Look at this place. Someone's had a few smokes in here. Got a fireplace. You bring all your wooden stuff. Somewhere to hang your jackets. Oh, people have left a few cheeky treats. What is this? Little spot, huh? I mean, you could even sleep on that bench if you really wanted to. Oh, that's so cool. Let's shut this up. Oh, how good is that, eh? I mean, I know you've seen that sign on the door. I'm not going to try and hide it. If anyone wants to go back and rewind it and zoom in, feel free. Should we have a little go on the swing? Just spoke to some guy who's doing some fishing. He's out catching some pike. I didn't get a go with the swing. The guy came just as I was about to go on it. I thought, no, I can't do that. I need to be a grown up. But at least we know next time. There's a cool little bobby there. There's a swing, a picnic table, fire. That's actually a lush place to go camping. So, Mark, if you see this video, we need the kayak, and this is where we need to camp if you come up next time. Oh, I love it. I mean, look at this for a camping spot right here behind us. Look at that. Look how flat and just perfect that is. See? Who needs those pre-made campsites and crap like that? Get out into the wild and look at the things you can find. It's crazy. Oh, so glad that we got to stop and see that. That's made my day now. I feel happy now we can go back to the car. We've seen... Oh, minus getting slapped in the face by a tree. We've seen everything around here. Yeah, it's so good. Alright, let me load you up in the boat and I'll be back shortly. You know, I just realised as well, now I'm in the boat, that the camera, I don't think was even pointed at my face the whole time I've been talking on this boat trip. What a bloody lunatic. Get these feet in the boat, shall we? And let's head off back to the car. Huh. Oh, I think my battery's going to die, people. Well, you get to watch me paddle for as long as the phone survives for. And if it dies and cuts off, I hope you've enjoyed the trip and had a great time and enjoyed it as much as I have. Levi, Daddy loves you, always thinking about you. Mwah. Everybody else, I'll see you on the next one. I'm just going to shut up for now and paddle, because I don't know what the camera can see and what the camera can't see. So I'll flip you around and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the travel while you can. I can see the car right ahead of me in the distance. Everyone, we're done and dusted. Boats packed away, cars packed away, ready to go home. Say goodbye to this lovely view. Until the next time, thanks for everyone watching. Hope to see you again next time. I love you, Levi. Mwah. Peace out, everyone. See you later.